Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Naziaty Yaacob, your host for Talk Architecture Podcast, episode an in-depth introspection on the use of sketches and manual drawings. Well, manual drawings is considered to be obsolete in lieu of the advancement in technology and computer-aided drawings. And of course, if you were to Google which is better, manual drawings or computer-aided drawings or digital drawings, there'll be numerous articles that explains the advantages of computer-aided drawings. And we can't deny that. A look at alphacadservice.com, advantages of using CAD over manual drawing. There's a list of things that is detailed out with regard to this, which is saying that CAD is more precise. For example, when it comes to precision, CAD is far more precise than manual drafting. With CAD, you can create intricate designs and drawings that are extremely accurate. You can't deny that because you can zoom in, and zoom in, and draw. It is to do with the production of the idea. It's not to do with the development of the idea. And it does not have to do with how your sense of intimately knowing your work is connected to how you draw it. Whatever it is, further on reading this blog, you can find that CAD software use mathematical algorithms to generate drawings that are extremely precise down to the smallest of details. This is to do with more of the objectivity rather than subjectivity. And if architecture is going to the direction of quantity rather than quality, then yes, we do agree that CAD is better than manual drawings. When does development stop? When does the real production starts? A lot of it in our design work, we keep on drawing, we keep on embellishing, we keep on correcting the drawings. And when it comes to CAD drawings, we feel like it's finished, but it's not. And then we have to do it all over again, precisely using the tools. And because technology is advancing, it is getting easier and easier to manipulate CAD drawings. It's not a problem. And there are people to do the job for us. Now, that cannot be denied. And the fact that CAD is faster, CAD uses less paper, CAD has greater flexibility, better communication, you can share it with other people immediately, enhanced visualization. CAD can do sharp curves. CAD will reduce errors. There's no denying about that. If you compare it directly, compare it apples to apples, compare it the same way in terms of production drawings. Because when it comes to development drawings, when it comes to trying to get the best detail possible, trying to get it right done, of course, CAD can also do that. And now CAD is very, very fast. But CAD is not really to do with the heart and soul of architecture, but more of the production, more of the hand, more of the just continuously producing, continuous production, a singular target of coming up with the goods. And like a factory like Roberts, it will do the job and it will do it in good time, in better time. So it is a philosophical debate about manual drawings and CAD. Manual drawings Also, when you look at manual drawings, you have the ideas and sketches, and then you have scaled drawings using manual techniques because you need to use scale. There are articles that talk about that as well. Our in-depth analysis or study on manual drawings and the advantages of manual drawings, even in this day and age, will be explained further by people who are doing it all the time. There will be interview coming up soon. There'll be an interview with someone who is an architectural educator who practices both manual drawings and computer-aided drawings. And there are these people that were born during the time or studied during the time when there was a transition and that CAD drawings were not easy to use at that time, or they were going half and half. They were educated by people who were really more convinced about manual drawings as development drawings rather than CAD drawings. The argument here is not about production and replicating an algorithm and all that. The argument here is about the start of the idea, the sketches, transitioning or translating to schemes drawn out in scale and developed. In fact, there will be questions asked about how fast is manual drawings compared to CAD drawings during these stages. We live in a world now where we are versatile and we can do both, but are we doing justice to the design process and how we could make the design process much more engaging and much more refined and creating the ideas that we need to have? So that line between development to production, there is a time or a phase when development can be quicker rather than using manual drawings. Who uses manual drawings anyway at this day and age? Those students or those graduates now, they are totally to do with computer-aided drawings. And whether they want to do manual drawings or not is the other option, the alternative. But we're looking back into manual drawings. It's not like comparing digital music with, shall we say, vinyl or CDs. There are still the need, or there are people out there still using vinyl records and CDs for their music. And they would swear that it sounds much better than digital music using your iPods or your headphones. Excuse me. So technology is in a phase where, if we compare to the development in music and listening to music with architecture or the production of architecture and other creative expressions. So we're looking into creative expressions. We can't have someone, we can't actually have a robot dance and that there is precision in dancing, an amount of discipline that is needed almost machine-like in some circumstances. The structure is there. And when we talk about structure and how structure is important to creative expressions, including architecture, we're not talking about structural engineering or the study of structural mechanics. We're talking about fundamentals that needs to be there in order to get a free flow, to get the permutations or the different variations to come together in composition. It's like somebody with a camera. If computer or artificial intelligence can capture all those via drones and all that, photographs or images, that will tell a story. The story could be bland. The story could be not with some soul or heart, as opposed to a real human being taking a picture. There's always this competition or this sort of conflict or disagreement, more than conflict really, about which is better. But heart and soul, or the human factor, will always win out artificial intelligence. I tried using ChatGPT the other day, tried to generate some essays, and something which I'm well versed in, universal design, and then I put in the disabled commuter, and it come up with something that I could use. I could use the ChatGPT essay, and I tweeted exactly how it came out, but it would be dry, it would be mechanical, it would be like coming out of a textbook, yeah. But what I did was I tweeted it and I put photographs of myself, in universal design, boarding on the trains, or how I would react to pictures, that I've taken through my journeys, going to Japan or European countries or even Malaysia, where they're personalized pictures and there is to do with a human being, and human being reacted in a particular way at a particular time. So I showed those photographs together with the ChatGPT text on universal design. So embellishing that with my photographs, it became much more personalized, and there were likes, obviously, and people getting engaged with it. There's some connection. I was interested in the idea of connection, and that the word connection is something that is so generic, and at the same time you can apply it in different contexts. In this case, the connection with the audience is, to me, the most fundamental things. And architecture, going back to architecture and architecture drawing, the connection to the audience, the connection to people reading your drawings is very important. But of course, the person who is in a production drawing system, the person who is reading your drawings, or the engineers, the contractors, so it's literally specifications and dimensions, as opposed to the client, which is in the earlier part of the design phase, was looking at your drawings, and if they were to look at production drawings, the lack of heart and soul in that, the lack of your eye, your sense of how is going to be your sense of sensorial experience that you're creating through the medium, through the faculties of sight, smell, hearing, and taste and touch. And even more than that, sense of space, sense of beingness, that you can never deny. You can never find an AI to replace you in that sense, that quality. It hasn't catch up yet. AI has not catch up to this yet. AI will try to do as many configurations and permutations as possible to come nearer as they could, to make it feel sensorial, because it's like that. It's like pixels. Last time pixels was not that clear. Now it's very clear. It tries to, magnify, do more multiplications in order to get closer to the bone, but can never feel it. And feeling only comes from human contact and human connection. And that's what manual drawing is about. Now, I'm going to interview someone whom I find very fascinating. His development since he was in the university that I taught in, and then he went to another university, and his talent and his usage of computer-aided drawings, but his high respect to manual sketches and the fact that he always sketch every day, every single day, he tries to improve himself. So I'm really, really looking forward to interviewing this person, and we shall hear of him soon enough in this podcast. So watch this space, hear out this podcast as soon as possible. This will come out, and I promise you it'll be a good thing. It'll be a really insightful discussion on manual drawings are still relevant today. It's necessary. You can't replace it with computer-aided drawings. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good day.